In this video, we are going to display the weights of 15 kangaroos in kilograms as a histogram. The data has already been entered. The first column has been labelled as weight, and the weights of the kangaroos are underneath. There are 15 different weights. The next step is to create a page for the histogram to appear on. So we go Control, Doc, which adds a page. We then go down to Add Data and Statistics and select the page. Horizontally, we click and we add the variable weight. This has produced the dot plot. We want to change this dot plot into a histogram. So we go to Menu, Plot Type, and we move down to Histogram. We select Histogram, and the histogram is drawn. There are problems with this histogram. The first kangaroo's weight was 54 kilograms. You can see that on this histogram it starts at 54. So the first kangaroo's weight shows from 54 to 55. It is usual, if your bin size, the width of the histogram column, if it is 1 unit, to start it midway between a number. This one has a weight of 54, so we would expect that the column would go from 53.5 to 54.5. So what I'm going to do is go to Menu, Plot Properties, and then Histogram Properties. I'm then going to change the bin settings. In the bin settings, we want each of our columns to be 1 unit wide, so equal bin width. Select that. You can see it says width 1. The alignment it shows as 53. I'm going to change that alignment to being 53.5. Now I'm going to select OK. The new histogram has been drawn. If we want to rescale this, all we have to do is go Menu, Windows Zoom, Zoom Data, and you can see that the axes have been changed. So you can clearly see the columns are centered on the whole number. If though we were told that the bin width had to be 2 units and not 1 unit, we would change that again. We'd go to Menu, Plot Properties, Histogram Properties, Bin Settings, Equal bin width. Now this time I want to make our equal bin width 2. This time I need to put in my starting value. Now if I wanted my first one to go from 53 to 55, I would change the alignment to 53. That would be the starting number of the histogram columns. If I go OK, you can see that the histogram has been redrawn. There are less columns because there are a wider column range. If I run my mouse across, you can see the first column goes from 53 to 55. 1 point tells you there is 1 data value in there. The next one, 55 to 57, 2 values are in there. If though I wanted to go from 54 to 56, again, Menu, Plot Properties, Histogram Properties, Bin Settings, Equal width bins. We still want them to be 2, but we want the first one to start at 54. Now, you can see that the column from 60 to 62 now goes off the screen. So we're going to go Menu, Windows Zoom, Zoom Data, and it is now fitted in. That's how you draw a histogram. Sometimes you're asked to draw a relative histogram, and a relative histogram uses percentages on its frequency axes. So to do that, I would go Menu, Plot Properties, Histogram Properties, and this time I'm going to select Histogram Scale and change it to %. On the vertical axes, we now have percentage.